You're listening to the Reluctant Adult Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, follow us on social media and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the way.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
Let's wake from the internet. It's Morbin Time for Playmates. The company is trying to crowdfund the Dragonzord, but its AI-assisted promo art has fans questioning whether the project is morphin in the right direction. Plus, longtime Alvin and the Chipmunks fans are convinced the latest Alvin has been looksmaxxed beyond recognition. And Episode 5 of Wolverine and the X-Men has Marvel Legends collectors scrambling to complete their Weapon X team. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Don't you be a dummy! Buckle your safety belt!
Think, Billy. It's morphin time!
Oh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who knows that Homer's real odyssey was getting his arm stuck in a vending machine. Bill!
Hi, everyone. That's right. And just to make a correction, he got both arms stuck in vending machines.
At the same time? Oh, that's right. One in each. That's right.
Yes, one in
Whew.
each.
That was wild. And then he was just holding on, right? He could have just let go. And he would have been fine.
I don't know how to tell you this, Homer, but we're going to have to cut your arms off. They'll grow back, right? Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are you just holding on to the candy? Oh.
That was when he became an astronaut, right? That was
the same episode? Wow.
It was the same episode because no one would take him seriously.
That is good writing.
Yeah.
Setting it up like that. Holy shit. In Rod we trust. One of the few Super 7 Simpsons figures they made, him and his astronaut with the chips, the little ruffled chips. That was good.
Series 1. Careful.
Series 1 of 5? Did they do 5? 4 or 5? I don't know. That last set goes for a pretty penny. I wish I stocked up, but I only had that one set. The other sets, for some reason, no one gives a fuck. I guess they severely underproduced that last set because people
pretty much
were just waiting for clearance.
Made to order, it seems.
It probably
like,
was.
At that point.
It probably was made to order, and then they ran out of certain figures because, like, Devil Flanders kept breaking, and then my Dedrick Tatum broke, and they sent me a new one of him.
Yeah, the shoulders kept getting all.
It would like rub
away.
It was weird. It was like making stretch marks. It was very bizarre. But I still have that figure, right? Yeah. I think I sold the one they sent me to replace because I didn't open it. I was like, I don't care at this point. I don't care. What do I care? I don't care, but I do care. You had quite the adventure this week. You were sending me photos of you and the fam at some sort of Star Trek museum. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
What's that about?
You want to talk about it? So I
want to hear about this thing.
We went to Ticonderoga, New York, and this is the Star Trek behind-the-scenes set tour. And basically, it's been in operation for about 10 years, and it presents itself as a behind-the-scenes look at the sets of Star Trek, the original series. So you're not necessarily learning about, like, the episodes. I mean, there are some, with the tour guide brings you around, but you're kind of learning about the behind-the-scenes stuff, how they operated the doors, how they operated the lights. And then everything is meticulously recreated.
Yeah.
Yes, using original blueprints and original designs and everything like that. So my kids, at least one of them, is really into the original series right now and loves Spock.
And it's not the one you would think.
It's not the one you'd think.
It's
He
not
was
the
just
one you would
interested.
think.
He wanted the hot tub this weekend, and he got the hot tub at the hotel.
At the
hotel, yeah.
Motel.
But we
Holiday
went. I sent you a bunch of pictures, but we just had a lot of fun.
was
I
cool.
dressed both kids up as Starfleet officers, and they got to just kind of take photos around the museum. They had a really nice like waiting area / museum at the beginning when you pay for your tickets, and they had just props and memorabilia and outfits and a very large model of the original Enterprise. We took well over like 300 photos, and they're unveiling the Galileo 7 coming up in September. They're adding a new portion of their exhibit, which is very exciting. William Shatner is there often. A lot of the surviving cast are still popping around. I think next week Shatner's going to be there, and in September there's going to be a couple other of the original series. I think George Takei is going to be there, and Walter Koenig is going to be there. Oh my, yes. But it was just a lot of fun, a good reception because, you know, like many things, the fan base is either dead or approaching death. So to see two kids under the age of 10, well, at least for the original series, but you know, at least seeing two kids who are under the age of 10 really enjoying the episodes and the subject matter and reading about it is a lot of fun. It made for the trip. We also went to Fort Ticonderoga. But yeah, if anyone's ever in the Ticonderoga area, go check out the Star Trek original set tour. It's just a lot of fun.
Do they have a nice gift shop?
They had a really decent gift shop. You could buy older copies of books. My kids both bought Tribbles. What else did they get? They got plenty of stuff, yeah, but it was just a lot of fun to look around and really just geek out over some of this stuff and like pose the kids. I sent you a bunch of photos of the kids looking like you thought it was fake.
Is this real? I thought it was completely AI. Because it just looked like the lighting was so perfect.
The lighting was perfect.
Great.
Exactly. Well, that's how they set you up. It's almost like, so the entryway for the door is the opposite side of the sound stage. So it's, you know, recording in progress, and they open the door, and all of a sudden you're on one of the corridors for the Enterprise, and we're walking around. We see the sick bay. We see Kirk's bedroom. There's all these little callbacks to episodes that, you know, Kirk's mirror when he gets an evil duplicate of himself, and just a lot of fun stuff. And the kids all got it, which was great. And then at the end of the end piece is the bridge itself, which is just a wild thing to kind of see, and then to sit in the chair, it feels like something crazy. So I got to sit in it, the kids got to sit in it. It was a good time all around.
It'd be funny if they did that, like they tried to do that with Star Wars. It would just be a bunch of green screens. And then what's the thing from Mandalorian? The Vision, or what's it called? The volume? The volume, yeah. It's like, that's all. Take your picture with it. It's like, okay. This is real stupid.
I feel like if you go to a convention, I feel like there's a lot of fan groups that do better jobs than anything that anyone else could do. You go get your picture taken with the big Jabba.
That's kind of the trick with film production. It's like, you know, it only has to survive as long as the production takes, and then it's like it's either destroyed or it just naturally degrades, and it's like they're not investing money in this stuff to keep it, to put it in a museum. Maybe they should. I think the Harry Potter people did that. You can go visit those original sets if you're over in England anytime.
I know it's
but we got the
a lot
Wizarding
of that stuff
World.
is archived.
Screw you.
Right
For Star Wars,
but it's just this, I think Star Wars was archived pretty well, at least the props and everything. But this was all recreated. This was all mostly recreated.
Well, sure, right.
But it is fun.
That's cool.
It is fun to see, and it's like it looks cheap, but at the same time, that's what it looked
like.
See.
That's what it looked like. Yeah, it'd be weird if it was like, oh, this is like the Kelvinverse stuff. Nobody cares about that shit.
No.
Well, somebody does care about is this week is San Diego Comic-Con. Thursday is going to be preview nights. I'm really excited for this year. I feel like this is going to be a big year. Now, I don't know if we're going to get any teases from Mattel, because Mattel has a lot of big stuff on the horizon. They have their DC Collectors line. They have Ninja Turtles. Like, this is going to be game-changing stuff. I don't know if anything's going to get shown off. Maybe some silhouettes like Hasbro was doing with Street Fighter this week. I don't know. We'll see. But we do know that Playmates is presenting Ninja Turtles still. Playmates will be there. They have some exclusives. They have that G.I. Joe Leonardo. And then they have the Platinum Shell Collection blind boxes, and some people have been getting them already. Playmates sent this gentleman a full case of 4. Boxes are bigger than I thought, so maybe
it's 4 or is that 8?
I thought it was 4 because I'm seeing 2 on the top, and it looks like 2. Unless there's 2 in each box.
Is he standing against a mirror?
Are you seeing?
Look at that photo again.
Are you seeing something 8. I'm not seeing? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yes. Yes, you are correct. 4 on top, 4 on the bottom. So it looks like it's 4 in each shipper. So I don't think he opened them yet, or he didn't show us. But this is second time around Toys and Comics. Follow him on Instagram. He got an early sneak peek. And then some people were getting that Mattel Jim Bro Skeletor that we had been campaigning to try to get early, that it did not work. I guess that kid whose dad works for Mattel, I wonder what that conversation was like. Dad, the guys from Reluctant Adult want Skeletor. Can you hook them up? Who? Reluctant what? Reluctant what? No.
The Reluctant Podcast? What?
What?
Those guys?
I mean,
no.
Pixel Dan? No? Oh, forget them then. If they're not Pixel Dan, Geek Dad Life, or the other guys, screw them. Yeah, that's probably
Pixel
what that
Dan making up
like.
Pixel Dan making up his own He-Man characters for them with Bone Throne Man. Yeah, okay.
What is this? Is this something?
Did you see that? So he got
I missed this.
So he got the
I gotta look.
He got the movie version, the movie masters, the Castle Grayskull Snake Mountain.
Oh, the new thing that's coming out.
Right, for the Origins line, I think, or for the core, whatever it is but the one for the movie that was both play sets in one.
Right.
But the selling point was that Bone Throne. But
the throne.
The Bone Throne itself.
I thought you were saying
throne.
like throw, like the past tense of throw.
No. Skeletor's Throne of Bones. The top piece, the headpiece with the goat, is removable. And can go on the head, the ball joint of any action figure, pretty much.
That's very fun. I'm trying to look at his
he
photos
made
now.
Bone Throne Man.
Bone Throne Man. Whose body did he use?
I think he just used Skeletor's.
You could use my body anytime, Pixel Dan. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Well, that's cool. Well, I'll put in a picture here if I think to do it. Speaking of He-Man, speaking of the movie line, Target has started to clearance out some of the stuff from the movie. The larger core vehicle, what's it called? It like spins. You know, rotor. It's called like the rotor or something.
The rotar. Yeah.
Rotar or something. It's fun, you know, you squeeze it and then it's like but like the guy is sitting on it, like that ride at the Avatar ride, you know, you have to like sit down for it.
Yeah.
But even more exciting to me was that they clearanced that Chronicles Battle Cat down to 70% off. So I was walking through and I was excited to find him. Look at this kitty. Look at this guy.
Wow.
I was so excited to find him that I got 2 of them. How can I pass that up?
Here I am. I'm sitting at home saying that how many of these would he buy? Because I'm like, is he gonna open up like a fostering?
Man, I might go back
type organization and just
now that
I've opened all these cats don't have homes. Who wants to foster?
Well, I want to take pictures of them, or I want to paint them up in other colors because I did a little AI work. I don't know if I posted that. I think I did. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Here it is. Yeah.
So I was like, put him in a traditional tiger colors, and sure enough, it looks
there he
awesome.
is.
It looks awesome, even with his armor.
From the big gym line there.
That's right.
That big gym.
Do it in reverse, Mattel. You have this amazing tiger mold. Just do a line of large
Make him
cats.
Panther.
Flock them. Yeah. But I love the eyes. I don't know if you can see it, but they follow you. It has that technology.
It's like that Hammond collection.
Yeah. And then the mouth,
T-Rex, or any of them.
The top teeth disappear when you close his mouth, but they reappear when you open it. So he's like,
oh,
and
wow,
he talks.
it's like magic.
He can talk. I can talk. I can talk. I can talk. I can sing.
Did he talk in the movie?
Cat. Boom, boom. He did talk in the movie. And that was really confusing because he talks as like a kitten, and I couldn't tell if it was him or like young Prince Adam talking at first. And I was like, oh, that's right. He talks. I was like, wow, the lips do not match at all. Like, because I thought it was supposed to be Prince Adam talking, but no, it was little baby Cringer. But this is an amazing figure. If you can find this for $13, you need to buy this. Do yourself a favor. Run. Don't walk to your local Target and pick up Battle Cat Chronicles. I don't know if the core Battle Cat is on clearance, so that like this might be cheaper. Because I think the core one was only like $20 to start.
I gotta tell you, I'm like at the point like Target is still the depressing landscape of no toys.
No toys. What's going on?
Nothing.
Did they get
good.
clearanced out, or they just?
I think they were still on the end cap, but they weren't. They didn't have any signage, so I guess I could have walked up to it and scanned something. But it's just I went looking to see if I could find the GI Joe TMNT stuff, and I just went looking around this past week, and I just couldn't find anything that really sparked interest.
Didn't spark joy in you?
No joy.
Well, my Target, nothing on clearance was exciting, because even though that the One Piece stuff got down to 70, the action figures were gone, so I couldn't pick up the other ones. So then it was just like whatever was left over. And my Target did not have the Battle Cat. I had to go to a second Target that I have not even been to in a long time. So that was exciting to find that. But people are starting to find the next season stuff, like you said, the G.I. Joe Ninja Turtles. What's the other stuff? Oh, the NECA Fortnite Turtles are popping up. Those were on Target.com today, but they sold out very quickly.
Okay.
I really want to get one of those.
There was a big like drop of stuff today. I think like the retro collection 6-pack came out today for Star Wars. There was a Starscream Studio Series Starscream that everyone was excited about, and then everyone else was like, why didn't you just get that Coronation Starscream? Which
I can't even begin to follow Transformers.
No, and I'm not gonna pretend.
I look at the section, I'm like, I don't know what's what. And then they have these larger boxes, and then the figure inside looks so small, and then the price tag is like $1 million. I'm like, what is going on with Transformers? I can't even begin to understand who's collecting this and how it works.
It's a scary thing to think about. It really is. Because
it is scary.
I think throughout the last 30 years, I've collected some form of Transformers, whether it's for myself or for my brother. But just remember, Beast Wars was the introduction for him, and what you could get for $10 versus what you get for $10 now is just the most absurd thing.
There's like a small scale. It's like the smallest scale Transformer.
Yeah.
And it's like always, it's all like ball joints. That's how they do the transformations. It's all ball joints. And I actually like those. Usually they have a good version of that. I'm trying to think, what was it called? Was it just Transformers Animated? Was that a series? Something like that? And they did every character in that small scale. And like those are some of my favorite versions of those characters, because they just do such a good job. For whatever reason, like they don't have to worry about like panels flipping and stuff. It's like all very simple, but it makes for like a very satisfying toy. And like you get like the robot looks pretty good, and somehow they make the alternate mode work too. But yeah, these like complicated larger things, I'm like, I can't even begin to understand. But there are people that
hurts the
still love
hands
them.
at this point.
Good for them. It hurts the hands. I know.
All that meticulous work, it hurts my fingers at this. Like,
I don't have the dexterity.
I don't have the dexterity. Exactly.
No,
That's the
no,
word.
it's gone. And it's like you start to lose like feeling in there. Like I was playing, my son got a Switch 2, and Fortnite is amazing on there. It looks amazing. So I was playing like way too much of that, and like Today, I was like, why do my eyes hurt? Why are my eyes so dry? Because it's like I was looking at that screen for too long, and then like my younger son next to me is playing like a Mario Wii game, like one of the actual new ones. So you have to use the nunchuck and the controller. And I was helping him, and then my hands were cramping because it's like I can't do the joystick with one hand. Like it was like they broke up the N64 controller into 2 controllers, and I could never do the N64 controller as intended. It's like I'm too old for games, man. I need that just like chip in my brain that allows me to control it. My hands are no good. But that's okay. I'm trying to think. Did anybody call us old this week? That would be a good segue.
No, most of your comments are just around your shirt. So
yeah, a lot of people concerned about my shirt.
Yes.
What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lean into this, and I'm going to start a sometimes people will have like a buy me a cup of coffee thing where it's like it's like Venmo or whatever. I'm going to have a thing where it's like buy me a new shirt. If you're so concerned, drop like $11 in there and I'll go to Target. I'll do a fashion show. If you're so concerned about my shirt.
That's the Patreon. Just buy this man a new shirt.
Yeah, buy me a new shirt. I already have the slogan. Same shirt, different day. You like it? I guess that's the opposite of what we're doing here, but all right, let's get into one of the bigger stories of the week. So
be a pile of crap with your shirt.
What?
You could be like a pile of crap, but the shirt the crap would be wearing the shirt.
The crap's wearing the shirt.
Yeah, and that's when it'd be same shirt, different day. Yeah, I get it.
Right, because that's the same shirt, different day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
that's a shirt. Well, we're talking about shirts. Before we get into this, do you want to talk about the shirt you're wearing?
Oh yeah, because I needed to take all the attention off of your shirt this week.
That's true.
I decided to show off my brand new Spook Chasers shirt in a further attempt to get us canceled.
Hey,
but we're not going to. It's all right.
Wait a minute.
Lean into this. So obviously, if anyone is not aware, Spook Chasers was the Sun Gold answer to the Ghostbusters. It was a knockoff line of the 4 guys remolded with various translucent ghosts. It's a very difficult subline to collect for knockoffs. It's one of the holy grails, I guess you would say, for it. Yeah. And there's really no merch for this either, so I decided to create my own shirt. And I did a really good job. I got it printed out pretty good, and I think I did great. I think it looks excellent.
I think I did great.
Yeah.
If people are interested in owning this shirt, is there a way that they could purchase it?
Not yet, but I do believe that
coming
not
soon.
yet. Coming soon. I do believe we will offer this once we start cranking out shirts for a merch store.
We're gonna start. If anybody has any experience making shirts, I would like to involve someone who knows a little bit what they're doing, has done this before. I want to hit the ground running. But if you really want a Spook Chaser shirt, send us an email and maybe we could do a little deal ski and figure something out for you.
There we go.
All right. Biggest news of the week, I think, at least what I'm looking at now. Playmates Toys. They're in a weird position right now because they're losing turtles. They're losing their bread and butter. They are licensing Power Rangers from Hasbro. So Hasbro,
they're renting it.
They're renting it, right? In this economy, don't buy, you rent. So they're making the toys. They did the flip heads. They're still doing flip heads. They've done Zords, and they did the weirdest thing they did was they did a 6-pack of like 5.5-inch. Like not quite collector grade, but like better than the flip heads, like kind of. But it was only available at Walmart.com, I think. I don't think you could even get them in stores. And I think it was only sold as a 6-pack. It's very weird. People don't even remember it, but it's like they weren't great. So I don't think anybody's like, I need that. It's weird. This week, Playmates dropped a photo that when I first saw this, I was like, oh, good, more AI, which is not completely off because Playmates loves their AI. And sometimes they're like, good enough. Even if there's something that's glaringly awful, they're like, good enough. So this photo popped up, and I was like, oh, okay, somebody took like maybe the Bandai collector's line that they did and maybe just sort of, da-da-da-da-da. But no, these are going to be new toys from Playmates, 6-inch scale, and this is the Zeo team. So after the 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin, they finally ran out of footage, and they moved on to the next Sentai, and they created Zeo. Tommy's still there. Tommy's the Red Ranger. Jason, the original Red Ranger, comes back. He's the Gold Ranger. So that was a big, shock in the show. Now, the funny thing, there's a lot of funny things, but one of the funny things is Walmart CollectorCon is going to have the Gold Ranger as their exclusive, and they appear to come with alternate human heads, including the Gold Ranger. So you're getting that Jason head. And if you remember back to the controversy surrounding the end of the Lightning collection, where they did those remastered Mighty Morphin figures, and they did not give the Red Ranger an alternate portrait. But something has happened, I guess. Jason's Austin St. John's legal trouble has been settled, if that really was the issue, and or nobody told Playmates. So we're getting that civilian Jason head.
Racy shirts or anything anymore. He's
not going to do the Hitler shirts. That's off the table. Although someone did remember that and made a little AI reference to that. We might talk about that. So a lot of people asked this week, do you have thoughts on this line? And I definitely have thoughts. My initial thought was, what the hell is the point? If you want the best version of these toys in 6-inch scale, highly articulated, you could just go back and get the Lightning collection. I don't think any of them, especially from Zeo, are super hard to find, expensive. You could find the Yellow Ranger at Ollie's if you want. That's still there.
Okay.
So it's weird. It's is there anything about these toys that are better than Lightning collection? And I will say the weapons do look more detailed and painted. Now, we haven't seen the final production samples of these, so it's still possible that it doesn't look as good the final production. That happens often. But we'll give them credit right now. Weapons look great. The engineering of the body, while not as simple as the flip heads, it definitely is a step backwards from where we were with Lightning collection, because look at the hips. It's got those weird hips. Sheathed legs where you have this separate ball joint, and then it's just a very obvious extra piece for the hip joints or for the hip swivel. Just a weird design choice. I'm not sure why they need that. And then we're still getting pins. By the end of Lightning collection, we were pinless. So, pins are back. Hey, if you love pins, if you're on Team Todd McFarlane and you love pins, those are back. And yeah, I don't know, the heads I feel are a little small, which I don't know why that seems to happen so often with Power Ranger toys where the heads look small. I mean, they're not flip head bad, but they do look a little tiny.
I get it. And then, I think some of the posing, especially in the legs, looks a little wonky to me.
Yeah.
It just, I understand.
The females might be a little too buff, too, which happens sometimes as well. Okay.
They look a little bow-legged. The Yellow Ranger definitely looks a little bow-legged.
Oh, yeah. Well, because they give him pink, a squat.
Yeah.
Listen, they're not great. They're not better than Lightning collection. They may be.
They're not going to be the definitive.
Different. Well, that's the thing. But I think they're going to be relatively cheap because someone found a listing in the Target system, and it has the price tag as $20. So $20,
Okay.
you know, I don't know. That's pretty reasonable. I might, for $20, I might complete a team, because that is one nice thing that they're doing, is they're putting out the entire team in one drop. It's not one character from Mighty Morphin, one character from Dino Thunder, one character from In Space. Like, you get your whole team and then you're done. And then you move on to the next team. And the next team could be Dino Thunder, because this listing here says White Dino Thunder Ranger. Or actually, it says White Thunder, I think. Or
what came after Zeo? Was it Turbo?
It was Turbo. Turbo, not exactly beloved, so I'm not sure we'll see that right away. Okay, I just want to get this correct. The listing in the target system says Thunder White Ranger. So the thought process is that this is from Dino Thunder, which is a later series, but it is also the series that Tommy, Jason David Frank, came back for, and he was the black Dino Thunder Ranger. White is he's like the villain, for half the season, and then he becomes a good guy, like the Sixth Ranger. Very good season. That figure, the White Ranger and the Black Ranger, those are more expensive figures on the aftermarket. So that would make sense for Playmates to do that. That's very smart. So we will see. We will see how long this goes, how many teams they push out, what their marketing's going to be, how these do. It's the packaging looks pretty good. They got new arts on here. It might be AI, because we're going to get into it. This company loves their AI, maybe to a fault. I have been accused of loving AI too, and now I'm starting to see the other side of it. If you don't hide the mistakes that AI is prone to. So we'll learn more about this probably at Comic-Con this weekend. We'll see some more from that. Some
actual samples would be nice.
Probably, yeah. Good. We'll see.
Yeah.
Now, I need to find. You go ahead while I find this.
Oh, I don't know. I figured maybe we're at the point. Maybe we take a break and then come back with more Power Ranger news.
Oh, that's good. I lost track of time. That's fine. Very good. We'll be back. I'm trying to think of a Power Rangers way. Oh, when we come back, I'll be like, back to action. All right, before the break, we were talking about Playmates Toys and their Power Rangers line. That was not the only big news from Playmates about Power Rangers this week. This dropped, and people were trying to decide if this was real or not. It appears that it is real. What it is Playmates did the Dinozords. They did like the separate Zords. They sold them separately to make the Megazord, and then I think they did a gift set where you could build them. They did not sell the Dragonzord, and that wasn't from lack of trying. They just could not find a retailer that wanted to put this large item on their shelves. So it seemed like they just were moving on. We already saw the Thunderzords popping up in the White Tiger Zord. That's already popping up in stores. So it's like, oh, so long, Dragonzord, sorry. So this photo popped up, and this is the Dragonzord from Playmates. Looks a little weird. Not sure about that. But what it turned out to be is there is going to be a Kickstarter for this Playmates Dragonzord.
Yeah.
So let's think about this for a second. A Kickstarter is what you do when you're not sure if something will sell at retail. So it's like there's less risk on the manufacturer side because they don't invest in the mold, they don't invest in any sort of production until it gets funded and they have people's money. So it's not unusual for a large company like HasLab is the same deal. Like Playmates is just choosing to use Kickstarter rather than making their own like Play Lab or Play.
Well, they don't really have
Playmates Mansion or something,
right? But they don't really have a huge digital footprint in terms of a storefront.
They don't.
Right.
They're a little old school in their ways, I think that's been a knock on them with the Turtles line. Like they're not they're not as forward thinking as these other companies.
Right.
They like what they like.
They want to put their stuff in the stores. They don't want to necessarily have it.
They don't want to deal with this
digitally. I get it. But
so this is something new for them. Now that's fine. We don't know prices or anything. But they had this grayscale model to show how it would combine with the existing Megazord. So okay, fine. And here's a side view of it. It's a little weird. Like that shouldn't have that extra logo there, and then it's like white. It kind of looks like it was colored with crayon. Like it doesn't look great. That's one concern. It's like, are there going to be better photos? Now, let's get into this. So I want to make this a larger for me, at least, to see.
I like that package shot. It does look nice.
Okay. So here's the thing with this packaging shot. Look at the Dragonzord inside this box, okay? Look at the hands. Look at all of this. And then look at this.
Sure.
This is not the same toy in any way. This is not the same toy. So one of these toys...
Oh, yeah. Look at the art. Look at the hands.
It's not real.
Look at the hands.
It's not the same.
Oh, my.
It's not the same. One of these, and I think this is probably the one they're going to go with. And this is just made up. It's just made up.
No.
It's just digital tomfoolery. And then some other things on this box. If you zoom in right up here to the top, to the logo, instead of Mighty Morphin, it says Mighty Morbin. That's not right.
Oh, no. Not the Morbins.
That's AI having trouble with letters. That's a thing.
Dear.
That's a thing AI has trouble with. And there's other things that people pointed out. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, like this logo on his belt. Yeah. Very goopy. Looks like it was made with like creepy crawlers, you know, when you would try to do the molds. It would just have a little extra.
Sure.
And like I said, the logo is not supposed to be on the inside of the hand. The Super 7 Dragonzord. Not the best, but better. Okay. Here it is. Just give you a little look at what, like, they really tried. I have a little trouble. It's actually, I don't know. I think the chest is supposed to come out more. That was like my big concern, but pretty good. A little better. But this is much more screen accurate. And, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be screen accurate, but it should kind of look like it.
It should.
It shouldn't have just random shit all over
there
it.
There shouldn't be multiple photos attached to one another where they're clearly different.
Yeah.
Like
that's items.
Definitely doing your fandom a disservice and creating
like, what am
a
I
lot
buying
of mistrust.
here?
Exactly. Yeah. What are you buying there?
It's very weird. It's very weird, and it makes me, you know, we'll see what happens. But
yeah,
it's like the Dragonzord should be one of the more popular characters, one of more popular toys in the entire Power Rangers line. So the fact that they could not even get retail to sell this, like right off the bat, oof, we got trouble. We got some big trouble. But those new Zords from season 2 are popping up. So they got those. I don't know. They just skipped over.
They are. They just like, I don't know. It is very interesting in terms of, because you mentioned they don't want to carry it due to its size, and you know some of the stuff. You mean you see with the Bluey stuff having no issue putting in a gigantic house at, like, say, a Target or a Walmart like that.
Yeah.
They can command the shelf space, but they don't have the confidence in a established license like Power Rangers.
Well, Bluey almost has its own aisle at this point.
It
they
does.
Have 1/3 of the aisle. Although Bluey stuff on clearance at Target, the first time I've seen like a lot of it. Well, that's the thing. They did these new sets, like they did the larger talking figures that I think interact.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted those. And then they did the smaller fuzzy ones, like they're flocked. And I was like, what is this?
Okay.
And I think those are on clearance too.
I think those kind of leaned into the blind box crowd, because they.
But they weren't, were they? They weren't.
There were some.
Box.
There were some.
Oh, there were some that
were.
There
were some 4-packs, and then there were some that were blind boxed intentionally. I was at Goodwill this past week, and I found a bag of Bluey things for $3, and I said, I went to both my kids, and I said, do we really need these? And I said. They go, nah, leave them for another kid. And I go, the beds have bones on them. And they said, oh, the beds have bones? And I go, oh, and the salad from the episode where Bingo wants someone to pay attention to the salad that she made is there. And they're like, oh, we have to get it for the salad. So we got the whole bag just for the salad.
Okay, just for the salad.
Just for the salad.
I mean, Bluey, there hasn't been a new episode of Bluey in a year now. So it's like,
been
I know
quite
that
some
movie
time,
is
yeah.
coming. So I don't know. It's sort of a, it is just
Next
a
summer.
downtime for
Next
Bluey.
summer is Bluey.
Do we
And
know
the-
what this? Do we know what it's gonna look like? Is it gonna be a different animation style? Those kids, they can't sound the same. Are they gonna be the same kids?
Well, I think at this point, Bluey has made its way to Disney, over
Sure.
in Animal
Kingdom.
Kingdom. Yeah. The movie, from what I remember, Ludo Studios was going to be producing it. It wasn't going to be directly affiliated with Disney. And then it was kind of going to be like the send-off. The creator was going to be like, all right, I'm passing it off, and then it can become whatever Disney wants it to become, because I told my story.
Ooh. That's
So they could reboot. It could be a reboot Bluey. I don't know. It's still on
good.
big rotation at my house. Like, my daughter absolutely
yeah.
loves it. Absolutely loves Bluey.
Watch it on the way to school. Definitely have that on.
Yeah.
The little one loves it. It's just nice, and it's quick too. It's like
It's
8 minutes.
quick,
So it's like,
but like now she's like
don't
old
have to
enough that
wait
she's
for
like
Dad.
starting to kind of like see some of the subtle nuances of it and the adult perspective
Mm-hmm.
and all the little quips and everything, and stuff's starting to click differently for her. It's not just a
nice.
silly little kid show anymore.
right. Yeah, there's some deeper meaning.
Yes.
Definitely. Shout out to our friends at Red Sonja. They got
Oh.
a new boss fight studios epic hacks. Immortal Red Sonja up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth.
Wait,
so
what?
she's covering up the goods with some armor, some plated
Chainmail.
armor.
Okay.
Chainmail, if you will. But it stops short of her hand. It's weird. Like there's like a little too much wrist. I feel like that would be dangerous. You would kind of want that to go all the way to your wrist.
So this is okay to make?
Well, this is official Red Sonja. This isn't like Four Horsemen making a redheaded.
This looks like something I would find at KB Toy Works back in the 90s.
And that by that you mean great. You mean an awesome
Super.
thing that you would
Yeah,
love,
exactly.
love to see.
I
Yeah.
get that nostalgic feel from it.
Yeah.
You're
It does
right.
have sort of like when they did because Toy Biz did Xena. They did Hercules and Xena. And I think they did the large, like they did with the X-Men, they did the larger plus size, but it's the same mold. I feel like they did those with, because I remember seeing.
I remember
seeing,
at least
the
with like
characters.
Hercules, some of the beasts and everything were deluxe, like packed figures and similar sizes to what we saw with those giant X-Men.
Yeah, man, that was what it was weird because it's like, why do I need Gambit and then a slightly larger Gambit?
It only
didn't
made
stop me
sense
from buying them.
No, but it really, I mean, you
Didn't stop me. I
needed
had 'em.
that.
I
You
got
needed
'em.
that apocalypse because it was like it
You
made
needed
sense.
Apocalypse. Yeah.
It made sense.
You also need the newest Apocalypse from Hasbro, but unfortunately, for a lot of people, they did not pre-order this guy. So this was not a HasLab. It was one of their like timed made-to-order things that they did.
Yeah.
Do they have like a cute name for that? Like they have HasLab. Do they have a name for it?
I don't know. I
When they
think
do
it's just
that.
a timed release or timed.
Timed, exclusive. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like the
So-
Sentinel. And everyone sits on them and they're like, "Oh, I'll just do it a little bit later." But
The X-Men
you should
97,
do it now.
yeah.
This is all this stuff. I think in terms of like being speculative with toys, you should always lean on these because even if you don't want it by the time you can cancel it right before, but at the same time you could also just sell it to somebody
You
who
could
missed
probably
out.
sell it. You don't buy too many. It's not like you don't buy 20 of them. But if you buy one, you can probably at least get your money back. And I think with Apocalypse being the big baddie of season 2 of X-Men 97, I think he's going to be pretty hot, pretty in demand. So I think there's going to be a lot of people checking eBay for this friend. Before we talk about this week's episode and the figures you might want, you mentioned you could cancel if you ordered from Hasbro Pulse. Did you see this week or last week they put up a clarification, some new text in their agreement that says something about like if it reaches a certain point you cannot cancel, like you're
No.
locked in and you can't cancel?
I
I don't
haven't
have the
seen
exact
that.
wording in front of me,
Oh,
but you might want to rethink your strategy of like just order stuff and then decide at the last second if you want to cancel.
Oh, really?
Because you
wow.
might not have that option. And that makes sense because a lot of other e-tailers and retailers get their stuff before Hasbro Pulse. So people order from Hasbro Pulse just as sort of like a backup just in case.
And then
but that leaves Hasbro with lots of stuff that they, are stuck with because then
that's kind of smart. Ordered it. I mean, they could either do one of two things. They could either, up it and make sure that they're the first. We talked about it last week. Shouldn't we be getting our pre-orders first? And Hasbro Pulse, notorious to sometimes have it last.
I think that is it's not a bug, it's part of the system because Hasbro Pulse exists because these e-tailers allows it to exist. So I think Hasbro had to be like, we're not going to steal sales from you guys. You guys are still going to get your stuff first. This is just sort of like we want a presence and we want to be able to sell stuff. So I think by design, Hasbro Pulse gets stuff later because they don't want to undercut the people they work with that they need to exist.
Is that ground explosion from G.I. Joe?
Yeah, it's. Oh, I do think it's a reused. Okay. Yeah, I do think that's reused. These like explosions.
Yeah, it's G.I. Joe.
Fit in anywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But they colored the rock so it looks like cartoon colors. This is a great figure. I wish he was cheaper. And then I probably would have ordered him.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I'd love to have all of these. It was like $100, right? It was not cheap.
It was not cheap. And then I think I had that retro card back one, so I was like, I'm fine. I don't even know where that retro card back one is. So I was like, it's okay.
It was also kind of weird because he's so purple, but this is clearly based on X-Men 97, and we hadn't really seen him in X-Men 97 to see how big and purple he actually is. So it's actually perfect.
I was a big fan. I was a big fan of his transformation. It just looked very funny when he touches the
his face changed three times.
Exactly. He had very thin features, and then all of a sudden he was just like chunky.
I never understood like his mouth, and it's like, is that anything related to Egyptian, iconography?
He was born. Well, I think he was born with it, and that was his mutation. His visible mutation was the fact that his mouth was disfigured.
Okay, but then they put those like pills on his ears. Like that's part of becoming Apocalypse. He has those pills. The shape.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Yeah, look at his head. He has those like two pill shapes. But like, what is that?
Headphones.
Just ear coverings.
He's listening.
They're like headphones. To iTunes. Maybe that's it. Checking it out. He's listening to our podcast.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, those are his podcast headphones.
His podcast. He invented. There wouldn't be podcasts without Apocalypse. Apocalypse. There it is. Oh, that's our new. That's got to be something. Apocalypse. That's got to be something. Copyright, trademark pending. All right. So episode 5 this week. Did you get a chance to watch episode 5 of X-Men 97?
What did you think? Lives and DVDs. I watched it twice. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. Some people, the fandom is split because some people are like, we had 4 episodes of story, and then it's like, we're taking a break. It's like, no, we want to, something big just happened. How can you stop it and give us this side quest? Like, how can you do that?
They did that last season, too. But that's how TV works.
I don't know if you've seen TV before.
They did that last season, too.
Yeah, would you believe? People hated that one.
Well, no, that happened before. We had the whole the Genosha episode, and then we went right to the Storm and Forge episode.
Oh, that's true.
Where at the tail end, she kind of finds out about,
That's true.
I mean, this above anything is a common, like, do you watch TV? This is always how it goes. Like, there's always something big, and then all of a sudden,
and that episode is always like when you go to the websites that rate the episodes. That episode will always have like a lower, like it happens in Severance. There was like a side quest, was it a capsule episode or a pocket episode where it's like it's not continuing the story, but it's giving you information.
It's wild to me because it's like that's, I don't know. I think in this day and age where we get these smaller seasons, every episode has to count. Like every
Yes.
episode has
Yes.
to lead into. And I think a big portion of this episode was Wolverine getting his adamantium claws back. Didn't feel as earned as it should have, because he lost them the series for the season finale last year,
Yeah.
or the penultimate last year or last season.
Right.
And then it was episode 4.
This is 5.
This is 5. And he has them back.
Yeah. He's got him back.
He
Just
has
like
them
that.
back.
Easy
Right.
peasy.
And everyone was like, well, wasn't it Apocalypse who gave his claws back at some iteration, and he spent a whole 6 years without them during the original comic run.
So we're going to miss out on all of that story because there's just not time.
No.
There's just not time. So that is that is a disadvantage.
It is. I
the way
think
this
we were
story is
supposed to
playing out.
realize that, when they blipped into the future, they were missing for 3 months?
I think that's
And
what they
he
said.
had 3 months of the bone claws, and we saw exactly what they were to him. And then they were saying, the adamantium was what kind of holding him together, like he was going a little bit more feral without the
he was
adamantium.
all hunched over.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really enjoyed seeing Sabretooth. I thought that one shot of him all torn up and with the musculature and the
that was
holes in
cool.
his body from Wolverine stabbing him. That one shot made it for me, because it was just like, this looks crazy.
Yeah.
Like, he looked crazy in that.
Sabretooth was a big part of the original X-Men cartoon, and
Yes.
because Wolverine was such a big part and they were linked so closely, I always thought that Sabretooth was like one of the main villains. And this is the first time we've seen him in X-Men 97, and he does just sort of come off as a side character. And it's weird, like people were commenting on these characters' motivations to come with Wolverine. It's like, why would Sabretooth agree to do this? Why would the Lady Deathstrike, like, why Maverick? It's like, we know they don't like Weapon X, but it's kind of weird. And I think it's just like, you just kind of have to be like, well, whatever. Like, do you want to see these characters or not? Like, this is the way we can see them on our TV.
Hey, Sabretooth.
Yeah. Hey, bub. Hey, bub.
You want to go on a mission?
They're having
their vendetta outweighs their personal feelings for each other.
Their personal hostilities, right?
Yes.
Yeah, animosities. Yeah. So it was cool. We got to see Maverick. So there is a Marvel Legends with Maverick. He came with the strong guy, build the figure wave. Like Deathstrike a little bit further back. No Kane.
Yeah, no Garrison
that I could
Kane.
find.
That was.
But we got the Toy Biz. So here's the original Toy Biz.
Didn't we get 2 Toy Biz versions?
Yes,
of
we
Garrison
did.
Kane?
Here's the updated one.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Double-fisted weapons. So, but I love that first one because it looks a lot like the Deadpool figure.
Yes.
It might actually be like based off the same mold because he's so tiny. He's so little.
His feature was in his arm, and I think the arm worked on the same technology that symbiote Spider-Man had, where you pull out.
Ooh, it would crawl back.
And it would crawl back. Because I don't think he could
it says
fire his
living
arm.
hand. Snap back living hand.
Yes. Yeah. It might have just been a string. I don't think they had the toy engineering yet to do anything like that. Yeah.
So growing up, I was never a fan of action features, at least where they would disrupt like either the articulation or the way the toy looked. If they got in the way, I would rather not have them. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people feel that way because now look at toys, like action features are not even a thing anymore.
No.
But do you feel like if action features remain central to superhero toys, that the technology would be amazing? Or do you think that because like the form is so small, their designers are just limited in what you can put into these toys?
I guess I'd have to worry because I think it doesn't lend itself to any crowd that takes toys. Like the optic, let's take Cyclops and his optic blast. Like it would be cool if we could have more than just the light up visor. It would have been cool if that light up visor could project light.
Right.
But imagine, where we'd have to be if we kept doing that. But it's obtainable with just a plastic insert at that point, and for say photographers to actually utilize that piece is more likely than them pushing a button on its back and getting that illumination.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's like these toys are made for adults now,
Right.
So, you know, the adults, if they're doing figure photography, they will replicate these superpowers rather than just having.
And it's like what
hold down a
you
button
get.
or
You only
something.
have so many camps when it comes to action features. It's either projectiles or stretching,
spin and punch.
Yes, exactly.
Squeeze the legs and do
Squeeze the
something.
legs.
I guess we do get those, like the Superman figures they had that were like you could the packaging was open.
Of course, but nobody's buying those.
So that's
the
still
thing
like,
too.
well, nobody bought them. That's
Right.
the thing. Yeah. So I guess maybe I answered my own question. It's like the technology really didn't advance to anything special.
No, they're still
and it's
going
just the same old squeeze their legs.
Squeeze their legs and like go like this. Yeah.
They go like that. They'll dance a little bit. We also got to see the Brood Wolverine, which did get an action figure in the last 3 or 4 years. And
So I feel like this episode required a lot of action figure housekeeping, like for collections. It's like if you really wanted everything, you got to go back now.
You got to go back.
So
and these sets did
all
not
of Morph's
sell
transformations.
super well.
No, they didn't. They didn't. But like all
probably
of
get
Morph's
them.
transformations
Maybe not now.
are wild.
Yeah.
Looking at Sabretooth, the first time I became aware of Sabretooth, I had no idea that his costume was legitimately a costume. I thought that was part of it.
That was his skin.
That was his skin. Yes.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I think
But
I thought that too. because why would you
legitimately,
do
he's
that?
got a headband on to get his hair like.
That's
so
true.
like so like
That's true.
when the live action X-Men came out, I was like, well, why does Sabretooth look like this Sabretooth? And then just it's like
The live action Sabretooths have been so strange because they like keep changing. I mean, when they did that Origins movie, he was just a guy. He was just a guy.
Schreiber?
There was like
He was just a
nothing
dude
Sabretooth
with-
about.
yeah, right.
He's just a dude.
He must have had some
They
contract.
didn't
He's like,
try.
it's like, yeah, I don't want to be anything. He didn't try.
But why
He had
did
pointy
they
teeth
do
and
that?
he had sharp hands. I don't know.
So bizarre, these choices.
Oh,
I guess that's the same time they did Deadpool, though. So maybe that was a weird time where they wanted these like more grounded.
we need it. That would be something. They need to do that Deadpool because believe it or
As
not,
a Marvel
that
Legends?
one, as a Marvel Legends, that one I think didn't they? Although didn't they?
They did a little 4-inch.
They did the 4-inch, but they didn't do one for
4-inch.
one of the.
I don't think
not
they
quite
did.
Marvel Legends, but like
No,
Wolverine
I don't think
brand.
so.
Okay.
Because they weren't doing Marvel Legends for the studio stuff
No.
and the
all
Fox
right.
stuff. They weren't. I don't know if they weren't allowed to or what the deal was, but
They had their own
And then I
individual
don't think that-
lines, though. Correct.
they had they were doing the little 4-inch guys.
By that
I
point,
think
they
that
moved
was all
to
they
the
were
4-inch
doing.
scale. Okay.
Yeah, that was dark time. Those were the dark days. Now, the Brood, obviously the central villain in this episode. Back when Hasbro first picked up the license from Toy Biz, they did a build-a-figure of the Brood Queen, but they haven't done a Brood. But Toy Biz, one of the best figures they did, just
I
the
love
Brood
that
on a
one.
card.
Yes.
It's pretty much perfect.
That's
It's
a
just
fun
perfect.
one. It is. That's fun.
Track that down. I don't know if I ever had it. I think I was
I have
scared
that
of
one.
it.
I have that
Too
one.
xenomorphy.
It's got the flying,
Bigger
the wings. The wings, if you push a button on his back, and the soft tail, the soft tail piece. It was that squishy rubber. Or
Ooh, I bet that held up.
Yeah. Oh. It's not
So
foam.
if you need to... That's true. Yeah, foam is that's just gone. So if you need to populate your X-Men 97 collection, these are your options. But maybe at Comic-Con we'll get to see some new updated versions of these
Maybe.
friends.
I know, it's
at least
just
a couple. We need a
everybody. I don't know where we're going after this. The mid-credit scene was funny because the animation almost lined up with the animation that that original episode with Wolverine and Captain America had, where it just looks kind of hokey when they changed studios.
Wait,
back
after the show?
So the episode before, where they have the
I see.
mid-credit scene
Yes.
with Captain America and Black Widow and Wolverine.
Black Widow, yeah.
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 The animation just kind of lined up a little bit better with that when the studio changed back in the original run.
So, talking about the animation, the real Ghostbusters and Extreme Ghostbusters are now on Tubi. So I put on the first episode of Real Ghostbusters, and the animation gets better, right? It starts off real rocky.
It's a little rocky.
Because it's real bad to start off. There's like a part in the second episode where they're all at a table or something, and I'm like, who are these guys? Their faces look nothing like the characters. This is real bad. Poor Ray. They make him real fat in these first episodes.
I was watching after this episode of the X-Men. I needed to take in more Marvel animation, so I put on Wolverine and the X-Men, which I heard was decent. Good. It was good. I am having trouble getting through it. I really am.
Oh, okay. I feel like it was good. Maybe I'm thinking of Evolution.
X-Men Evolution,
where they're in high school. I really like that.
You like that one? X-Men and the Wolverine and the X-Men is kind of, it's kind of odd because it takes place at the very beginning. Everyone's, having a good time. The School of Mutants is doing good, and then all of a sudden Professor X and Jean Grey just disappears. And then Wolverine by episode 3 is like trying to get the X-Men back together, and Cyclops is just like a deadbeat now. Like the X-Men dissolve.
The trench coat, right?
I don't know if he's in the trench coat yet. He was just in an apartment with a chair watching TV. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. He's given up on life. He's like, oh. Yeah. He gives up on life a lot. As soon as Jean's out of the picture, he gives up on life.
Well, that's his character arc. That he's all about his Jean. That's the same time period of X-Men Origins Wolverine, because they did the same. The toys were 5-inch, and they gave that Wolverine. They gave him like claws you hold. He didn't have them sculpted on. You had to hold them, which is just that is a big no-no when you're making a Wolverine. I think, was it the first Toy Biz Wolverine that did that had like the removable mask where you hold the claws? There was someone that did
those
that.
ones locked in. Those ones locked in.
Those popped out?
Yes. Okay. Because they were straight. They were fixed. They had no articulation outside of the shoulder.
That's right. Yeah. They were straight. There's another one, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, that was terrible. That whole set was terrible. Right. What is this? I got spam popping up on my thing.
Oh no.
At least try to use real words. We get spam emails that are like, "Oh, we want to sponsor you," but then it's like, either they're just sending it out to everybody because it's nothing to do with what we talk about, or it's like clearly it's like for like an AI company, and it's like you just want like our info so you can like steal our identities or something. Like, this is not real. Like, try harder. Who's falling for this shit?
Somebody. That's why they keep doing
guess if they're doing it,
yeah,
probably somebody's parents. Very quickly, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you been to a Five Below lately?
No, I have not gone lately.
Okay. This is a question to the audience, listening audience then. If you've been to a Five Below lately, have you tried to use their bathrooms? And if you have, is there a sign that says bathrooms out of order? Oh. Because every single Five Below that we go to, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Five Belows. They all have signs on their bathroom doors that says out of order. So we were out. The family was out this weekend. The little kid had to go. Goes to the back. I said, it's going to be closed. Sure enough, then he has to. The mom is taking him, going out, and then they're passing the associate at the front, and she says, "Oh, it is actually open." So they go back. Sure enough, it's open.
Okay.
So my question is, Five Below, is this a strategy to get people not to use your bathroom, but it's still technically open? Because I think legally you have to provide a bathroom to your customers, but you don't want to like service the bathroom. Is this a strategy? Because it's not like there's work being done. They're not being remodeled. So
that's
I want to
true.
I mean, what's your game?
They barely have cashiers. I mean, that's my least favorite thing.
That's
so Five Below and me are. I mean, I'm surprised you go as much as you do, and I have questions.
I love Five Below.
I have questions as to what you're finding there, because it's an odd time that I go in.
Lots.
Sure, I think the heyday for what we were looking for is it's long gone.
But you never know.
I guess you never know. You never know. I know that, if I go, my least favorite thing about the Five Belows that I frequent 2 of them that are close by, and that's about it. One is fairly good about allowing you to just ring up your own stuff.
Yeah.
But the other one I go to, they will take the stuff out of your hands and ring
They'll take it from
for
you. Yeah.
And it's like, no, these machines are here
They're
to do
self-service.
your job. Yes.
Yeah.
You can
They're not
watch
intended
me.
to have someone
your
else.
job
You can
job
watch
is
me.
to
Yeah.
attend and make sure I don't steal. Like as I don't I
And there's,
pay
like-
for the empty bottle of soda that I drank throughout the store.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Somebody,
but at that same point,
Side note-
the Five Belows that I go to the bathrooms, that's the last place I want to go to use the bathroom, because the ones that are by me are disgusting. They are disgusting bathrooms. And I get it. Nobody wants to clean a bathroom. Nobody wants to clean a bathroom.
It varies.
I get it.
Yeah. I try to avoid any sort of bathroom that's not in my house.
Same.
So I'm trying to think of the bathrooms I've been in that I would not want. Target, for as much as I love Target, their bathrooms are not great.
No,
and
they've
this
gone
might
downhill.
be by design. You don't want
Yeah.
people. Well, I don't think it's. I almost feel like it was planned that way. You don't want people coming in just to use the bathroom. Make them not great. People won't choose your store. Just a side note off something you said, talking about the not paying for the empty soda bottle. Someone, our good friend Matt on Facebook, commented that our show has become normalizing shoplifting between you and your kick plates and me and my soda. It's like that is sort of a theme.
That's not shoplifting.
But there are other things. Maybe it hasn't been mentioned. Maybe we haven't specifically mentioned it on the show. But I do feel like there is a normalization of, like, don't give these corporate overlords all your money.
Sure.
Don't willingly hand over everything you have. Maybe keep a little something for yourself.
It's
decision.
Honestly, it's a little bit of the I look at it as a Robin Hood mentality.
Robin Hood, yeah. Sure.
I steal from the rich and give to myself. That's
Give to
how
myself.
it works.
Okay. That's how it be. That's how we got to do until things are fixed.
Yeah.
All right. Another big thing we saw this week, Hasbro is doing action figures for the Street Fighter movie, live action movie that is coming out later this year. So they released silhouettes of 4 of the figures.
Okay.
So can you guess who these 4 figures are? Let's see. Who do you think this is?
Ken?
Nope. It's Pikachu.
Oh.
What about this one?
Is that Ken?
Blanca. Yep. Try this one.
That is Maui.
Maui. Oh, yep. Good job. And finally,
Princess Peach.
Princess Peach. Yep. Very good. So it looks like it was cold in there by that silhouette. So we have Chun-Li, Akuma, Ken, I assume, and then Ryu holding a big ball of something. Maybe he's throwing a pizza up in the air. I don't know. I'm not familiar
maybe
with his character. I'm sorry. How do you
this is
say
funny
his
to me.
name before people yell at us? Not Ryu. It's Ryu.
Reuse.
It's like recycle, reuse.
Just leave the S and the E off. Ryu. All right. Listen, you showed me this, and it's just kicking in right now. Trailer's already been dropped for this movie, and they're giving us silhouettes, which is absurd because we already know what the characters look like in the movie. So why is this any surprise to us?
I think what we don't know is how these toys are going to look as toys.
But we know
But
we know what Hasbro is capable of doing. So unless they're absolute shit,
these might
then we
be
can
action
expect
verse.
them
You
to
don't
be
know.
They might be action verse, you're right. But they might also
These are
be classified.
These are some big knee joints if this is that third joint.
What's that little dangly thing in the middle?
That's his penis.
Oh, okay.
No, that's his belt loop. Or his belt's, what's
gi?
it called when you tie it? No, the gi is what he wears. The belt, it's like you tie a string around, you have 2 strings. You do your shoes, you have 2 shoelaces. Tail? Is it a tail? You have the 2 you know what a belt looks like, a karate belt, right?
Yeah, I know what a karate belt looks like.
It makes like a pretzel. without the loops. You just have the 2 strings. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what that is.
That's fine.
And then that's like his thigh gap. You can see.
Looks like
I
he's
just
got
feel
a turtle. With this, it looks like he has a turtle shell, and he is throwing a piece of pizza. You're right.
It does look. Holy
He's a
hell,
goddamn
you're right.
Ninja
It does
Turtle.
look like a torso. What?
He's
what
got a little
bait and
tail
switch.
there. He's got a little tail there.
He's got
a
a
little turtle
little
tail.
tail.
No, in the back.
Oh, he's
in
just
the back. It's a
I
turtle.
should have done that. We should have had this conversation earlier. I could have been prepared to make this look good. But I'm concerned that these knee joints are going to be a little wonky. It looks like too much of that the joining part of the joint. I'm concerned. You could really see the knee joint
look
here.
at that. Ew.
So that's just going to be big. Because the gi pants are kind of big. So if you make them double jointed, you do just get kind of like that weird extra like negative space.
They need to invest
and
in
you can
some
see
of
the
that
ball joint
Mattel,
of
that new
the
Mattel
ankle.
pants technology they got going on.
That's good. Yeah, the stretchy pants.
Yeah,
I would like to see that actually. Kuma, who's being portrayed by Roman Reigns. So we are getting, I guess there was some question whether we get these WWE superstars. I imagine this is Akuma, and then we haven't seen Guile, who's played by.
That's who it is. It's the Heat.
It's the Heat Miser. He's got like an octopus on his back. What's that about? Kind of weird. And then Chun-Li, it's good. We're getting female figures. Looks like she has double joints in the elbow and the knees, so that's good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for these. I like a good Street Fighter figures. I have a lot of the Jada figures, but for some reason I just have never opened them. I just like them in their package.
Yeah.
So we'll see. These are going to go up for pre-order this month, this weekend.
This week.
So
are they going to go up as silhouettes, or are we going to actually see? Are we going to actually see these things? Well, they'd have to go up with San Diego.
Oh God! Did you hear that?
No.
There was like a squeal.
Oh.
That was awful. I don't know what caused that. It's like someone's listening and they're like, stop talking shit about these silhouettes. Well, let's just hope that everything is fine. Yeah. So if they're going to go up for pre-order, I imagine we're going to see them at Comic-Con this weekend. Let's see. McFarlane, he's really kind of, on the one hand, he's kind of phoning it in. The other hand, he's pushing out as much as he can. His Comic-Con exclusives are kind of weird. It's like these are things we've seen before, and they're just recolored. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of theme. So maybe these are things he just couldn't get into stores. So he's like, just put them on Comic-Con.
Greatest hits kind of stuff.
Maybe you get guns with your Red Hood.
Isn't it funny? Right? Isn't it funny to look back at the very first wave of the McFarlane stuff?
Do you remember?
I remember.
It was like that animated Batman,
animated Harley Quinn, animated Jon Stewart.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was just, but like to see where it was like it was a trick. It was a trick. It's like, look what we can do, and then we'll do like 6% of it.
Won't do it.
Yeah.
Someone was getting really combative with me about.
When
McFarlane.
aren't they? When aren't they?
But it was
I feel like
weird
everyone's
because
getting
they were
combative
like,
with you.
What? Everybody, come on! I'm not here
They're
to.
all coming at
you.
You've got
I don't get
hot.
But
your
this guy,
hot takes. Your hot takes.
I know my hot takes. I know. He was saying that he's like, get your facts straight. McFarlane's not losing the license. I'm like, sir, he lost it. It's gone. I don't know if you've seen the toy aisle, but Mattel is making DC again.
There's interviews saying, yeah, we're losing it, but we've got many other things coming on.
Yeah, but he was trying to say that he's not losing the DC Direct license or something, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but he's not going to make the toys that we care about. So if there's some like technicality where he can still make statues or something, but he's not going to make the toys, so that's what we talk about here, sir. I don't know.
You don't know
so
what
that's
you're saying.
That's that. I don't. Here's the trick. Here's the secret of the show. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have any information. I'm just looking at pictures and making stuff up as I go. This is all improv. 99% of this is not going to happen.
I don't even know what I'm going to say going into this. I mean, we're lucky we get anything. You get more communication out of me than I do with my wife, who was also she was gone this weekend too, to the most bizarre wedding. She went down to Atlantic City. She won some money, which she was going to go to Weird Al. And she decided not to go to Weird Al. And then she was down there for a wedding. And the wedding I was like, how was the ceremony? And she's like, oh, we didn't go to the ceremony. We just went to the party afterwards. And I go, so what did I'm wrapping my head around what kind of trip this was. They went down on Friday. They got to the hotel. They drank. Then they went to the pool. And then they went on a booze cruise. And by that point, the bride and groom were already married. But they didn't see them get married. They just had a party. And I was like, that's pretty wild to me. It was just, did it sound great? I don't know.
Yeah, the worst part of the wedding is the actual ceremony. Nobody wants to see that. That's no fun as a guest. Also,
I don't know. I feel like a commitment from
has
where
already
we live.
gotten married. That's how it works.
No,
you sign the little thing beforehand. It's just for show.
Oh yeah, this couple, according to the state they were married in, you needed to have it signed within 3 days, and they didn't do it. So they didn't even get married. They had a ceremony.
They didn't even get married.
They didn't even legally get married. And I'm just like, I'm still scratching my head over it. But
how come you weren't invited?
Oh, I was, and I said no.
Oh, okay.
No.
You said no.
I was like, you know what? You go do what you want to do.
If you were there, you could have saved it. You could have been like, you gotta do this
I went
correctly.
to upstate New York and had a heck of a time. That's fine. It was my pace.
You still went, but you went to other stuff. You didn't go to the actual stuff.
No, I went on because my mother's so big into U.S. history and everything like that. She came with me and the kids. We went.
You just happened to go to the same state.
As
it was happening in?
Yeah, I had it all planned out. I said, I don't want to go to this, but hey, I'll stay home. And then I was like, you know what? No, we're gonna go. We're gonna go do something I want to do that I've wanted to do for years.
You go.
So it was like a weird little split vacation where she had some time to herself and I had basically some time to myself. But
I think that's good.
It was good.
It
was good. It was healthy. I think it was healthy.
Progressive. I think so.
Yeah. We got a vacation planned in August that we're gonna go and do and camp, and that'll be that. But
you're gonna camp?
Yeah, glamp.
Well, that of course. No one actually.
No, I can't.
If you said you were going out into the woods with a tent, I'd be like, you what?
You're stupid.
You're crazy.
You're dumb.
You can't do that. You're gonna get murdered. Either by animals or other people.
Tell me about the animal on the screen right now, though.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned it. So we grew up in the height of Alvin and the Chipmunks, like hysteria, right? Would you agree with that? They were very popular.
I would agree that there was a resurgence. I would say that, like anything, stuff came back.
What was the original? I guess there was an original cartoon.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Well,
I feel like it was very big.
That song was bigger decades before.
Like the Christmas one?
Yeah, that was that
sure,
decade. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But Care Bears and this, and like there were just lots of like anthropomorphic animal stuff that they were pushing.
Right.
us.
Well, the Chipmunks that I grew up with and that you grew up with were the Chipmunks that they would sing. They were They were a group. They were like a boy band.
They were like the Brady Bunch, or not the Brady. They were like the Partridge Family. They were like a family that also sang, and they were like there were the Chipettes who just happened to live next door, I guess, but they weren't related. I don't think they were related because they liked each other. That would be weird. Although I don't know how it works in chipmunk culture. If that's okay or not. Anyway, so they're always bringing chipmunks back. There's been like some movies in recent years that were pretty big. And they always redesign them. They're obviously CGI now. Going back to that original Chipmunks for a second, they looked like chipmunks, not at all. They did not look like chipmunks. They looked like human children with puppy dog noses. Okay. Do you agree with that? They did not look like chipmunks.
I mean, not seeing them in front of me right now, I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. I never saw the movies.
Put a picture.
You should have put a picture.
No, these are not the movies. This I'm talking about the cartoon. Oh, the cartoon that we as children would watch.
Oh, yes. They look like
they did not look like chipmunks.
They did not.
They looked like children.
They did.
And they had like puppy dog noses.
They did.
So for anyone to comment on how these chipmunks look, consider the source. Consider the source material. So this picture came out this week of Alvin, and I don't even know what to say. He's got those bedroom eyes. I don't know why.
It's like
he needs to be so steamy, but
it's
here
like
he
the
is.
cover of a Justin Bieber album.
Yep.
He's just
and then there was text describing that he was going to be an influencer.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And then it said that this was made with AI. And I'm like, probably. Because you know how AI was trained. Everything's going to end up looking like this. But then they came out and be like, no, it won't be made with AI or whatever. I was like, all right. But, I want to see what the Chipettes version of this looks like. So here you go. This is what the Chipettes would look like if they were made in the same way. So I think this is fine. I gave them that 80s rock vibe.
Oh, this was
I feel like
totally your creation. Okay.
This was me. I was just like, use this Alvin picture as the source and then make 3 female chipmunks.
Yeah.
And this is what it did.
Wow.
And I think this is fine. I think if you put this in theaters, people would go buy a ticket. But it's just so funny to me that people are commenting on Alvin's looks in any way, considering how they have looked. Like, they've never looked like chipmunks until this, like the last series of movies. And then I think originally, back in, what was it, the 20s? When did they record that first album? It was like a long ass time ago.
Probably
they looked like chipmunks on the cover.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was just audio. And then they drew them on, because, they sped up the voice. They pitched it up so they sounded like chipmunks. That was the technology.
Right.
Where it's like, holy shit, they're chipmunks and they're singing. And people had no idea how they did it.
How come, what? How come there's been no resurgence of the California raisins?
I feel like they did something not too long ago
Okay.
for California. I don't know if specifically the raisins or just the state of California, but I don't know. I'm surprised California raisins took off in the first place. Because what? It was cool because they did the stop motion. I think anything that was like stop motion claymation was very cool at the time.
Were they selling anything, or was that just raisins?
I got a bunch of stuff. I got little
but were they
toys?
Were they branded?
bendy.
Like, were they encouraging children to eat your raisins? Were like raisins having a slump?
They were for raisins. They were
okay.
invented to sell raisins. Californian raisins. That is the origin of them.
Okay.
They make no bones about it. But then they caught on, and for whatever reason, it was a weird time. It was a weird, wonderful time where mascots could become more than the product, and we loved it. We wore shirts. We bought shit. It was great. It was great. Here's a pink Mario.
Oh no!
Last
be
week,
careful.
I know.
Do your
I
research
put this on there
first
because
on your Mario. What version?
I did that video.
What power up does he have this time?
Well, let's see. So I put the video out last time talking about the whatever
Black and
Superstar
red.
Mario.
The black and red.
He's black and red.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like that he's wearing black overalls because my mind is so used to him having blue overalls, as you can see here. And people are like, you don't know what you're talking about. You've never even played the games. I was like, yeah, I've never played the games.
Right.
Absolutely, I've never played the games. I just broke out. I don't even know what game it is for the Wii. I had this Mario game. I got one birthday when the Wii was still like an active unit console, and I had never opened it. And now we're playing it. It's hard as hell. Anyway, this is a Mario coming out, Wonder Diorama set. That doesn't give me enough information. Maybe this is Wonder Mario, but he's got a pink hat, a pink shirt, and red overalls, and I hate it. I hate it so much. This is not my Mario. Why is his hat pink? Why does he have red overalls? Red overalls only go with Fire Mario. This is terrible.
I worry about this clip. I worry about where this is going to go.
Don't worry about it. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited. These are the communities I want mad at me. The Mario people, the Dukes of Hazzard people who were mad that I didn't know I couldn't pull Daisy Duke out of thin air.
Literally in the clip, I say Daisy Duke like within a second.
Right.
I guess they're never mad at me. Nobody's ever mad at me.
They're never mad. Nobody's ever mad at Bill. They're never mad at you unless you're getting that popcorn bucket. Then they're
popcorn bucket and or ripping off a library.
That's true, but that was just one
yard
guy.
sale.
Everyone
True.
else was cool.
There was enough people.
Everyone else
there
was
was
cool.
enough people, but I get it. Yeah, I have to do grand. You do the day to day. Get angry at me day to day. I take care of the grandiose. Like, what's Bill gonna get up to now?
You get that like, oh, it's like sweeps. Like we need some real anger here. Yeah. I feel like we're Monsters Inc. and instead of scares, we're getting rage. We're collecting rage. Yeah. But here's the thing. It's not rage bait because I'm not intentionally trying to upset people. I'm just talking about lots of different things.
Right.
And it's impossible for one person to have like encyclopedic knowledge of all of these
Nor
things.
is it necessary. Nor is it necessary.
Nor is it necessary.
It is
not. Nor is it recommended. Why would that's too much
useless.
stuff.
It is useless information to have that much information
It is
about
useless.
toys.
Right.
And to be as close to the industry but still so far from the industry as possible. Let's go to that real quick.
Right.
You're scrolling. Let's talk about this real quick. So this has been.
Right, let's play this video.
Okay.
Here we go. There we go. So this is Zuru, My Mini Baby. Oh, it's got like stupid audio. We'll cut that out.
Man.
So, do you want to describe what we're seeing here?
All right. Yeah. So we're literally seeing a doll delivering a baby.
Yeah, okay, but like it very graphically.
It is very
like,
graphic.
The most graphic parts of birth
of a delivery
is represented
right.
in this doll.
Right.
So you have like your traditional Barbie-esque doll, and she's preggers. She's got a bun in the oven. I'm gonna stop it on a still here. Okay. So what they do in the video is they lay her down. And then they lift, they take her pants off. She's still wearing her undergarments.
Of course.
And then her stomach, it's like a cover, I guess. And they take that off.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. And this is actually, if you were going to perform a C-section on a woman, this is actually scientifically accurate. You take off the cover and then the baby is just in this balloon. And you have to open the balloon and squeeze out all of the goo.
Sack. Yeah.
That's absolutely what it is. This, like, I'm not being ironic here. This is actually, this is very accurate. So you take the baby out, and then he's all gooey, and that's what a baby looks like.
So
they're all gooey.
This doll has been
out then this is the best
part.
At
least a year. That flips.
Oh, has it?
She's back and right. Well, so
she's got to get her body
Zuru
back. You flip her body around.
What is Zuru's an Australian company, right?
They are Australian. Yeah.
From the land that brought you Bluey,
also brought you this.
This is finally this has finally made its way to Amazon proper, Amazon US. This is available in the States. It hadn't been prior to about a month ago. People started kind of seeing this pop up to be available coming soon. But I didn't realize it's like on the radar and like no one ever really shows like a package sample of it, and I can kind of see why.
Yeah.
At this point, but I'd only seen like, oh, is this really real? Is this really happening? Are they going this far? Are people just kind of creating this toy using AI? I never for one. Wait a minute.
I need to see the dad of this.
I need to see the dad of that baby.
Adding up here. Something's not adding up here. I think babies are whiter when they're born. Yeah. I think that is. Yes. I think that is.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. But I mean, that should change. Okay. No.
Oh, there we go.
No. There's some switcherooing going on here.
That's not how you hold that. That's weird.
Wait,
the other
what's that baby? Hey, there's another baby. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Where's Maury? We need a paternity test.
Wait a minute. Yeah. This video.
Also, the artwork on the box. Look at the artwork on the box. That's not what the doll looks like.
Is that a kid? That looks like that looks like the girl from Gabby's Dollhouse.
Like,
what the hell?
It just is a much better face. Like the actual doll looks like from Dollar Tree. It's like not
needless to
say.
So you bought some when these babies first came out. They were hot items.
Sack.
They're still coming out. My kid still collects them. She loves them. We had a video going where we found a baby at a round table of opening a bunch of these. It did fairly well.
Oh, that's right.
This is just absurd to me. Like this is wild, and it's just a wild toy. It's something else.
It is. Yeah.
Like to see it in action and to see them like rupture the balloon and it's all gooey and everything. It's almost too real. Like
it's way too real.
I don't want my kid to see.
It's gonna get recalled. It's gonna get recalled. There's no way.
You
this makes it
you
to
better order one from Amazon tonight.
Stock up. They should have gone all the way and gave you like actual surgical tools, and then like there should be like a hook you put all the bloody bandages on, because it's a very bloody procedure. I don't know how your children were delivered, but mine were both C-sections, and I was in there, and I passed out both times.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Well, mine were both hoo-ha deliveried.
Well, good for you.
Yeah,
good for you. They were actually good for me, but
you get to
anyway,
you get to hang out longer in the hospital because of that. So good for you. Enjoy the food.
We do, and the fun part is if the baby goes to NICU for insurance purposes, it's now on the baby. So even though you thought you met your deductible, there's a new person on your insurance, and they haven't met their deductible. That's how they get you. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks, America.
Oh.
Thanks, America. Yeah, but this is an amazing toy, and I can't wait for the news.
Now that's an action feature. I mean, we just talked earlier about action features. That is the epitome of action feature, is bringing life into your toys. Just what is next?
They did a pregnant Barbie. I mean, definitely did not. You could not do that with pregnant Barbie. I don't know what pregnant Barbie looked like, but I think pregnant Barbie got recalled. So we'll see how much cooler the minute
this show's over. I'm buying this.
You need to buy them
for myself.
And then of course, we need to do an unboxing. If Zuru will please send us one. We already have that great relationship because you sent us the WWE. This is the beauty of this show. Our audience is equally interested in WWE.
Ballers.
What I was going to say, rumblers. Ballers. Equally interested in ballers as the mini babies. That's the cross section of our fans.
I love the mini babies. I've had such good memories.
I love the mini babies too.
Yeah, and they've got a couple new sets coming out. They've got a birthday set coming out, and they have a fall set coming out now, and they look fantastic. So if Zuru wants to send us any samples, any samples at all,
I would like to see the accompanying dad figure, like what he would look like. Like, is he just on his phone in the waiting room?
Oh yeah.
He should come with a little orange juice. That's what they told me. Oh, you should have had more sugar. You wouldn't have passed out. I was like, thank you. Nobody told me that.
Come with the milk. I'm just going out for the milk.
I'm just going out for the milk, and then he doesn't come back. Oh, it happens. Finally tonight, Comic-Con this weekend. A lot of us folk will be out there. Not Bill and I, though. Bill and I. But there's a fun event happening put on by Geek Dad Life. It's called Toy Tubers Unite. And for the second year in a row, we were not invited, but there will be lots of fun friends out there. I think there are still tickets available, so you might want to check on that. Open bar is what I'm hearing, so a lot of drunk toy people. What could be more fun than that? Maybe being presented by Mondo. They make all the big expensive stuff, and they're going to be giving some stuff away, so I'll be interested to see. And then our friends from Sneak Attack Toys, Bull Air's going to be out there showing their casino rat, child casino rats
Unite.
Toy Tubers Unite with a U. Well, no, with a night. I was like, how do you spell Unite?
Like Nick at Night.
It has a GH, right? It's like Nick at Night.
Does.
Oh, I love Nick at Night. Yeah. Hosted by Geek Dad Life.
But so
a person. Not
what is this? Powered by? So these are presented by and then powered by.
Presented by, powered by. So those are like sponsors that are giving money.
There's no official list as to who is going to be at this party. Oh, could you imagine if we showed up and they're like, "You're not on the list." They got a bouncer.
We got tickets. It's like in wrestling where they're like the rival
like
shows up.
Head. Get out of here!
What?
You're not. we show up to the party.
I'm the original toy.
And the bouncer is just a guy dressed up like a Mr. Potato Head, and he tells us to get the hell out of there. That's the joke.
They were saying last year people did try to come in and they thought they were like on the comp list. They're like, I'm a big deal, and they're like, no, you got to buy a ticket. So I don't want that situation. I don't want that situation. But that's fine. Let me see if there's anything else. Did you have anything else you want to talk about this week?
No, I spoke about all my things.
All right. It was a big week. I don't want to oversaturate it. And my window is stopped working now.
I mean, we got a lot to talk about coming
All right. Well, that's good then. Oh, we're going to have so much, too much to talk about this next show. Might have to do an extra one. We'll see. We'll just pick and choose what we want to talk about.
Oh.
All right. Very good. Oh, yes. Was there something?
Is there anything, I mean, do we have anything coming up at all?
You want to plug the thing with the kid?
No, because I don't know how well it is. I don't know how established it's we're gonna yet for me.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure when we'll use it because next week's gonna be pretty full. But we have some stuff that we're working on with some other accounts, and it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. Or it won't. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. All right. Very good. Well, you know what they say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I still wanna be a toy.